All right, so into section 9.3, and we're going to be talking about the 3 different ways we discussed displaying our outcomes, right? So we looked at making a list, which you just saw me do in the last video. You can make a table, or you can make a tree. I think we collectively agreed that a tree was the easiest way to see all the outcomes and not miss anything. So in this first question, it says that I'm going to assign you 1. However, I'm assigning you all 3 just because we are working at home and you really need to see all 3. So in the first one, what is the probability of getting a tails and a 6? So what it's talking about is that you first are going to flip a coin, right? So you can get a tails or a heads, and then you're going to roll a die, right? So you have options 1 through 6. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the tree down here, so you guys can see, right? So I could get heads, and then I could get a 1, I could get a 2, I can get a 3, I can get a 4, I can get a 5, or I can get a 6, right? And the other option is I can do a tails, and I could get a 1, I could get a 2, I could get a 3, I could get a 4, I get a 5, or I could get a 6. So in all, I have a total of 12 outcomes here. So now we're going to talk about what's the probability of just getting a tails and a 6. So let's see. Well, there's only one option for tails and 6, right? So that's 1 out of 12. So the answer here is going to be 1 out of 12. Now, what's the probability of getting heads and an odd number? All right, well, here's heads, and let's see which ones are odd. So we can have 1, 3, or 5. So there's 3, right? 3 out of the total, which was 12. So 3 possibilities out of 12 total outcomes. So we have 3 out of 12. All right, now question 2 says, suppose you roll 2 cubes, right? So 2 dice. What is the probability of getting A, both cubes showing the same number, B, exactly 1 cube showing an even number, C, at least 1 cube showing an even number, or D, 2 values that have a sum of 8. All right, in this case, I'm going to start by listing my sample space. Why listing? It just sounds like a nice, easy way to get this out. All right, so here we go. So I'm rolling 2 cubes, right? So I can get a 1, 1, a 1, 2, a 1, 3, a 1, 4, a 1, 5, a 1, 6, or a 1, oh, and then I could get a, maybe this is a little bit down. I can get a 1, 1, a 1, 2, a 1, 3, a 1, 4, a 1, 5, or a 1, 6. Then I could get a 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Or I could get a 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, or 3, 6. Then I could get a 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. Then I could get a 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, or 5, 6. And lastly, I can get 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, or 6, 6. All right. So the first thing we're going to look at, right, we're going to look at both cubes showing the same number. And I'm going to underline all of the times that this happens, right? So first, let's talk about how many different options are there, right, with our possible outcomes. Well, we have 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6, or 36 possible outcomes. And of those possible outcomes, a 1, 1 happens. So that's both the same numbers. 2, 2 could happen. 3, 3 could happen. 4, 4, 5, 5, or 6, 6. So that's a possibility of 6 different times happening. Okay, so this is 6 out of 36, right? However, this is not simplified, guys, not simplified. Both of these numbers, 6 and 36, are divisible by 6. Therefore, it could be 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 36 divided by 6 is 6. So we have a 1 out of 6 chance of getting the same number twice. Alright, so now in the next one, exactly 1 cube showing an even number. That doesn't mean they both can show an even number, but it says exactly 1 cube. So let's look at this first line, okay? So let me get some purple going on here, okay? So let's look at this first line, right? So these are both odd. Well, here's 1, odd, 2, odd, 3, right? Because a 2, a 4, and a 6 are even, and only one of the die is showing an even number. So that's 3. All right, now let's look at the next line. 2, 1. Well, 2 is even, 1 is odd, so that counts. 2, 2. Well, those are both even, so that does not count, right? 2, 3. Well, 2 is even, 3 is odd, so that one counts. 2, 4. Both even, does not count. 2, 5. 2 is even, 5 is odd, counts. 2, 6. Both even, does not count. So that was also 3. And if we keep going and we keep looking, well, this pattern is going to remain. There's going to be 3 times in each section, right? So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We have 18. 18 out of 36 chance of getting exactly 1 cube showing an even number. Once again, this is not simplified. Both 18 and 36 are divisible by 18. 18 goes into 18 one time. 18 goes into 36 2 times. So pretty much we have a 50% chance of getting exactly 1 cube showing an even number, right? And we saw that 50% of these, 50% of these, 50% of these, 50%, and so forth gave us exactly 1 cube showing an even number. All right, let's move on to the next one, which says at least 1 cube showing an even number. At least. Okay. Now, the first one said exactly. Okay, that meant only 1. At least, though, at least can mean 1 or more, right? So all of these are still valid, but we need to also add in the ones that were double, right? 2, 2. So how many additional am I going to get for this line? Well, this one counts now, right? This one counts now. This one counts now. And this one counts now. So now, not only do the 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5 count, but so will do all the other ones. So we're going to have to add in 3 additional ones for this line, 3 additional ones for this line, and 3 additional ones for this line. Okay, do we see that? Like the ones that started with the even, we have to add those additional ones in. So 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 6, and the 3 for the 6 down here, the ones that had even. Because in this case, we can have even, as long as even odd, or odd even. So these are 3 more we have to add in here. So we're going to add 9 more to 18, right? So now we have 30. We have, 9. We have 20. We have 27. Out of 36. And guess what? This once again is also not simplified. I believe the number 9 is the biggest number that goes into here, and 27 divided by 9 is 3, and 36 divided by 9 is 4. So this is a pretty likely chance. It's higher than this chance, right? This is 75% chance, whereas this was 50% chance. All right, the last two are a little bit more complicated here. Let me get another color here. All right, two values that have a sum of 8. All right, so this one you really just have to go through and figure it out. Well, let's think of all the numbers that could equal 8. So anything, let's start with 5, so none of these, right? And then we move here to 4, oh, this one right here, 6 minus 6 plus 2, right? Because we're a sum. Sum means addition. Two values that have a sum. So anything that was a 2 and a 6, well, that's going to happen here, and it's going to happen here. All right. Let's see what else we got. So we got 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anytime we have a 3 and a 5, that will equal 8. So we have 3, 5 here, 3, 5 here. So that's 2 more, so we're up to 4. But there's going to be one more, and it is going to be 4 plus 4, which is also 8. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this time. 5, right, out of our 36. And good news, guys, this is simplified this time. I almost wrote 5 again. This is simplifying. All right, so the last one is two values that have a sum of 13. Can you answer this one on your own? Two values that have a sum of 13.